Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to make a homemade lip gloss like this one. I've had this for months. I'm not sure how many right now off the top of my head, but if I remember I'll put in an annotation or something. But yeah, it's really quick, simple. All you need is a couple things. You need a container to put it in. This is just a container for my paints. You need something to sanitize it with, alcohol to sanitize it with, a cotton ball. Since mine is so small, I'm going to use a Q-tip, a chapstick or Vaseline, or this is a vitamin E lipstick that I got from my local beauty supply store. It was $1. You need an eyeshadow for the color. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet. Probably this one right here. And something to stir with, which I'm going to just use a spork I got from KFC. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my container and I'm going to disinfect it with some alcohol. Take the top off. Grab a Q-tip and dip it in alcohol. And just swoosh around the whole entire thing. Get inside. Just so it's sanitized, because we're going to be putting this on your lips and you don't want bacteria. Okay, now that that's cleaned out, throw the Q-tip away and set your top aside. Then I'm going to take my eyeshadow. And I'm going to use the top of my other lip gloss. It's okay that it has a little bit of purple in it, whatever. Still going to be pretty cool. And we're going to take my eyeshadow with my end of my spork here and just kind of scrape it into the top. So I did cover my table because I don't want to make a mess, but you don't have to. Okay, now I got all my eyeshadow into the pan. I don't think it's enough, so I'm just going to use the last eyeshadow in this poor little pan and get it out. So now it'll be more of a purpley mauve color. I just want to break the top off here. Just want to make sure all your eyeshadow gets into the pan. Okay, now that all of my eyeshadow is in the pan, I'm going to take my chapstick right here, open it up, push it all the way out. It's only a little bit in there because it's a small little sample size. And then just put it in with the eyeshadow. Now it's empty. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of smush it. Kind of smush it down. And mix it up. Now I don't have enough chapstick, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my moisturizing vitamin E lipstick from Mika K. Got it at my local hair store. And just kind of break it off in there. This is not the full thing because I've used most of it, but yeah, just kind of break it off in there. Okay, and I'm just going to do the same, smash and move around. So I'm going to finish mixing this just like this in circles, and then once I finish, I'll come back. So my camera actually died on me, so I switched to my laptop. I'm sorry that the quality has gone down, but gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, so I finished mixing. I switched to a Q-tip just because my mixing is, where I'm mixing is so small. It's easier to mix. So I finished mixing. Just got it all mixed up in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my container, which I have right here. I'm going to take my container. I'm just going to use my Q-tip and put it in the container. Kind of wiping it off on the edges. No, didn't. I did disinfect the Q-tip so it won't get any bacteria. Alright, now see, I have it in there, but it's like it's pretty much stuck at the top. So I'm just gonna tap it until it goes down. Now it's down. Okay, so I'm going to continue with scooping it out of the dish, like so, and putting it into my container. Now you can make more, obviously, if you have a whole thing of Vaseline that you want to make into lip gloss. You know, you'll need a bigger place to put it, but for my big purple one, for this one, it's about 3 or 4 tablespoons of Vaseline. I don't remember how many tablespoons, but I believe it was 3 or 4. So yeah, obviously if you have more product, you would need a bigger container. I find this is really good to do when you have an eyeshadow that you've set down wrong. An eyeshadow that you set down wrong and it's broke, and you don't know what to do with it, or you want to throw it out. This is a good way to still use the eyeshadow, but on a different part of the body. So I'm going to finish filling this up and I'll be back. Okay, so I have all of my product into my container. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap it down and get all of the product to go down into the container. Now that the tapping is done, it's all pretty much done in there. It's not completely perfect, but what you want to do is you want to leave it out at room temperature overnight, so that it'll warm up, and when it warms up it'll go down to the bottom. Or what you can do is you can just take a Q-tip or a toothpick or something and press it down in there, but I'm not going to. Yeah, and just, or you can just continuously tap. Okay, now that all of my stuff has been tapped down into this, close the top, freeze it for 4 hours, and then let it sit out for 4 hours. And then if you want to take it somewhere in your purse or in your pocket or something, it'll be at room temperature and it'll be solid. And once it thaws from being frozen and gets solid again, it won't move. This is the finished product. All you have to do now is freeze it, and you have your own homemade lip gloss. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you next time.